For more content, please consider subscribing to JTV ASMR. That's strange. Why would my savior want to make that call out from here? It's so close to land. Surely must be nearby. Maybe. Just maybe. Wait. Oh, don't mind me. Sorry, land dweller. I'm just looking for... Wait. Are you the person that saved my life all that time ago? Well, it was quite recently, actually. That's the conch shell that I gave my savior. Did you didn't take that from the savior, did you? You didn't take that from a sea creature? That's who I was saved by, a sea creature, not a land dweller. Right? Well, tell you what. What's my name? Do you remember my name? If you are my savior. Goodness gracious. You are my savior. You were the same person who saved me, but that can't be. I thought you were a sea creature like myself, not a land dweller. Why would a land dweller save my life? I was clearly severely wounded, and I couldn't see properly. I honestly thought that you were one of my kin, that you climbed onto the beach to save me, but you're a land dweller, and you saved my life? That's my head is spinning. This is so bizarre. I thought land dwellers hated my kin. Do you hate mermen and mermaids? You don't? That's so bizarre. That's what I've been taught for all my life. That land dwellers despise sea creatures. That's why we keep ourselves hidden. We, of course, eavesdrop, and we have learned much from eavesdropping on the human populace. Not to mention the animal populace as well. That's how we have learned to speak English, you see. Still, I apologize. I really am taken aback by this. All my life I've been taught that land dwellers are, well, cruel. That they hate the ocean. That they hate anything that is not their own kin. Well, specifically creatures like myself, a merman. And I thought that attack, those people on those, that boat, I thought they were just another example of that mysterious hooded figure. I thought, it's really confusing me. I thought he wanted me dead, clearly. I was about to die. Ended up on the beach, but you saved me. How could a land dweller want to save my life? Could I ask you some questions about, well, land dwellers like yourself, if that is okay? It would really help me with understanding how things really are. For all we know, the mermen and mermaids might have been convinced for so long that you were all something that, well, that you're not. Although, we have seen a lot of the things that you people have done. A lot of polluting, overfishing, swimming in the oceans, and, okay, well, that's not really too bad, to be honest, and also done a lot of cleaning of the oceans. And, well, introducing new populace to the waters to keep keep things from going extinct. You see, it's so contradictory. We've thought for so long that you've always wanted to do evil things, and yet we've seen you do selfish things. Well, not you specifically, but you know, the land dwellers in general. Anyway, please, could I ask you some questions? I really would love to ask you. And, well, I could relay this information to my peers, and it would be really mind-opening for all of us. Are you okay with this? Are you okay with staying around us a little bit for that? Oh, wonderful to hear. Thank you. All right, question 1. Is it true that land dwellers breathe fire? Is that so? Well, I've seen this one gentleman before, and he had a crowd of people surrounding him, and he was holding these objects in front of him, and then he breathed fire. I was completely taken aback. I thought that perhaps only a few select humans, or maybe just a handful of them with special magical abilities, could breathe fire like that. Could you explain why that might be the case? Why someone would do that? Oh, fire breathers. Sorts of performers for people, so they aren't magic. That would explain why I've never seen a fire breather on a boat. It does explain a lot, and that is quite reassuring to know. At least it's at least it's the case that you're not going to breathe fire on me and turn me into, well, a roast meal. Phew. Big relief. Question number 2, speaking of which, is it true that land dwellers eat mermen and mermaids? What? You don't? How odd. I've seen your vessels capturing all sorts of sea creatures by the hundreds, so I'd assume that, of course, that's for nourishment, for eating. Fair enough, me and my kin do the same. But you don't do the same for mermen and mermaids. You don't catch them and cook them and serve them out to people, especially by the docks, by the seaside and whatnot. Well, that's also a relief. Good. I was thinking that person who left this wound on me almost took my life. I thought they were trying to turn me into some sort of gruesome meal. Lord knows why they'd want to hunt me in the first place. If not for sport, and if not for nourishment. I should not think about it. It really makes my skin crawl. And the scales on my skin too. Well, technically, my scales are my skin. It's an old idiom that I've learned from you humans, you see. Trying to show that, you know, I am... Oh, never mind. Okay, so, another question. I believe this is question 3, was it? Yes, I think so. Question 3. What is sushi? I've seen these packets that are floated in the ocean, but I've never tried it before. Packets of sushi, and it comes with, apparently, something called soy sauce and grains of rice. I'm not familiar with that. What is it exactly? So it's these grains of rice wrapped up in seaweed. Of course, I'm certainly familiar with that. Always a good treat. With pieces of fish inside. Raw, uncooked fish. I will be perfectly honest with you, land dweller. That sounds really, really delicious, and I would love to have some. Do you have some? Ah, well, bit of a shame, but, well, next time we meet, please consider it. I really would like to give it a try. It sounds delectable. Never tried rice before. Alright, so question 4. Now, I wanted to ask about... well... You know those sorts of vessels, you know, those boats, the wooden ones? Some rather unpleasant gentlemen climbing on top, and they fly little flags with skulls on them. Well, the thing is, I don't really see them. We've only seen, well, to be fair, some shipwrecks of them. I'm not sure what they are exactly, but I have seen people dressing up as these strange sorts of gentlemen with curvy swords and little skulls on their leather hats, and these long coats and big boots and all sorts like that, and they speak in this strange way, like, "Hello, I'm our kind of Captain Jack Pigeon," or something. I don't understand it. What are these people? What are these things? Are they occupations? Are they disguises? What is this? Pirates, you say? Clearly, pirates must be a long-gone sort of thing, at least in the traditional sense, you could say. People seem to dress up as them for amusement, for entertainment. Although, I'll let you in a secret. I have come across a few pirate ships in my time, but they're all underwater, split open, and there might be treasure. I've not given them a proper look, but I have been exploring them from the outside at the very least. I'm a very curious creature, you see. Maybe I could look in sometime and see if I could liberate something that could be of interest for you. You'll never know. You never know. But only if you promise to be nice to me and my kin. Again, I understand that you did save my life, of course. But I just want to be cautious. But, because curiosity, that is the driving force in my life. Curiosity and, well, just knowing that there are good people out there, like yourself. You're doing a really wonderful and brave thing by speaking to me. Not only did you save my life, but you're also trying to break down this barrier between us, having open communication. You are nothing like the other land dwellers that I've seen from afar. You are special. You are amazing. I'm really taken aback by how amazing you are. I suppose that we could all do with more talking, less assumptions, and less violence, less cruelty, but more listening and willingness to have conversations. You never know what anyone could learn. And I must say, I am learning a lot from you. You're a great teacher, you know that? I hope you never stop having open communications with people and creating new bonds and friendships. You seem like the sort of person who could do that easily. Clearly, there's something special about you. Very, very special indeed. Oh, and you don't have a boat, do you? Especially with the strange, I want to say, human interpretations of mermaids on them. I've seen them. Mermaids aren't part human, part fish. They are all sea creature. I don't know why these boats have them on front. It bugs me. It's not correct. It's silly. Look at me. Do I look like half human, half fish? Of course not. I mean, come on now. These fictional mermaids you see on boats, yes, I'm sure they look very beautiful and very lovely by human standards, but then you look at me. Do you really think that I'm some handsome creature that you would end up hugging or kissing or something like that? Surely not, surely not. What, really? You'd be okay with that? With someone like me? Oh. I was not anticipating an answer to that. In fact, a little caught off guard. That wasn't even supposed to be another question. Feeling a little giddy here. Oh, blimey. Well, that is very interesting to hear. Very, very interesting to hear. Oh, goodness me. Didn't think I had that sort of charm about me. I'm a merman, after all, not a half-fish, half-human sort of hybrid like these pirate ships, as you call them, seem to imply. Well, I must say this has been incredibly eye-opening. Thank you ever so much. Unfortunately, I really need to get back to my kin. I was supposed to be getting lunch for them. That was an hour ago. I made a bit of a detour because I heard that conch call when I handed you that conch after you saved me, and I rushed over. Still, thank you so much for, well, talking to me about all of this. This has been really thought-provoking and eye-opening for me. And I hope to know so much more about your world. Tell you what, if you ever get yourself a boat, doesn't have to be a big one, could be one of those fishing boats. If you ever get one of those and float out into the sea, give that conch I gave you a blow, and I'll swim on over. I might be able to climb into the boat and speak with you person to person. It's okay, though. I can survive without water on land for at least a bit. But since we'll be in a boat, I can just stick my tail in the water while keeping the rest of myself in the boat, and we can just chat away. Talk like companions, yes. I quite like the sound of that, do you? Well, you've put a big smile on this merman's face. Tiberius the merman thanks you ever so much. Thank you, land dweller. Thank you a million times over. Well, I better get going. That family's not going to feed itself. Not sure why I can't, but whatever. I suppose I did agree to acquire the food. Wish me luck then. See you later, and until our next meeting, stay safe. Off I go. What a wonderful encounter that